Glad you're streaming with us. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum has become the first former Republican candidate to endorse Donald Trump, announcing his support on the eve of the Iowa caucuses. His pledge comes just 6 weeks after Burgum himself dropped out of the presidential race. He's been laying low until now, and he's joining me live from Iowa. Republican North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. Good to see you, Governor.
Good to be with you, Kara.
So let's start off with why you think Donald Trump is the best person to run this country in 2024.
Well, I was going to make a loud, clear statement tonight, both to the nation and the world. We're going to see Donald Trump win these caucuses tonight by more than the previous record, which was 12.8%. And I think that'll send a signal that this is an unusual race. We've essentially got incumbents running on both sides, Biden and Trump. And the Republican Party overwhelmingly, with Trump leading in all 50 states, is saying we want to see the former president back in. We think he's the person that can lead this country in the right direction on the economy, on energy, national security. And I think you're going to see that come through loud and clear tonight.
So last summer, Governor, you said you didn't think you would do business with Donald Trump because, quote, it's important that you're judged by the company you keep. I'm just curious, do you still stand by those comments?
Well, of course I do, because I was talking about business. Here we're talking about the politics, and in politics this is going to be this race, the primary race is going to be over very quickly, and we're going to be down to the choices that we have as a nation. Do we want to have President Trump or Joe Biden? And I think it's a very easy choice for people that are in business. Me as a governor, I had an opportunity to work with the Biden administration, opportunity to work on the Trump administration. I can tell you, under the Trump administration, for a state like ours that is a huge energy producer, a huge agricultural producer, we're feeding and fueling the world. We were respected, we were supported, and we were supported with innovation and with an understanding that, that not everything can be solved with a one-size-fits-all federal regulation. Under the Biden administration, we're under a constant barrage. Right now, we're facing over 20 different rulemaking efforts, and a rulemaking effort might include 800 pages that is not coming through Congress. It's coming through an agency, through essentially executive orders and executive action that's trying to push down an ideology it's not a law in Congress, but they're trying to push it down and say all states must follow the rules that we think are the answers. And this is bad for the economy, it's bad for the environment, it's bad for American competitiveness, and in many cases it's hurting American industry and actually empowering foreign dictators and supporting those people that we're competing against, whether it's Iran, Russia, Venezuela, China. And so the choice couldn't be more clear, and Donald Trump understands this. When he was president, our economy was booming, we were safe and we were prosperous, and now we find ourselves in a 180-degree different situation with Joe Biden as president.
Okay, so you've answered the business side of things and our wallets and our money. You said your decision to suspend your presidential run came because you wanted to, quote, reestablish trust in American leadership and our institutions of democracy. So let me just follow up with a different angle here, and that is Donald Trump is currently facing 91 criminal charges across 4 criminal cases. Why and how is Trump the best person, then, to reestablish that trust in our institutions of democracy, as you just mentioned? You highlighted the economy and the business side, but I'm talking about trust in democracy. I'm talking about the personal side, character, the man Donald Trump and the decisions he makes as an individual, as a human being.
Well, I think the topic of trust is one that few people in the East Coast media seem to understand, which is the reason why Donald Trump's numbers have gone up. They're more that this, as they say, lawfare, the weaponizing of federal agencies to go after political opponents. The more that that's happened, the more his popularity has gone up, because Americans who get to vote don't have trust in the institutions today, and they don't have trust in how they're being utilized. They actually see the opposite of what you're trying to say. They see the opposite, that Donald Trump will restore trust in these agencies because of the weaponization that's being utilized right now. So, and again, you and I may disagree on that, but listen to the voters of America, because that's why they're going to be turning out in record numbers. That's why he's leading in all 50 states, is because of the belief that he can restore trust.
So define trust for me, because this is a man who has threatened retribution. This is a man who's talked about becoming a dictator. Is that how you define trust?
Well, what I would say is a dictator, when Joe Biden took office, a record number of executive orders on day one by any other previous president, followed up by a barrage of more executive orders. And we don't know, are those coming from Joe Biden himself or all of the folks that were part of the coalition and promises that he made to become elected. And as I said, now with this rulemaking that's coming on right now, that's being a barrage at the states, that feels like a dictatorship to me. It feels like complete disrespect for the fact that the states created the federal government as opposed to the other way around. And I mean, the federal government did not create the states. The federal government don't get to Bigfoot the states on every single topic. And so it feels to me right now, as a governor of a state, that we're under the Bigfoot of the federal government. And so when I talk about, where we think the country's going to go, part of that is getting out of the regulation and the red tape. That's what Donald Trump did when he was in office. He cut more red tape. That helped small businesses. It helped families. It helped the states. It helped American manufacturers. And those people get to vote, and they're going to be out there saying, yes, we want to go back to a time when we felt we had more agency over our own ability to act versus the federal government having pushing all this red tape on us.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, appreciate your time.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.